Imagine sitting in a VIP hospital suite, staring at a bank account with $10 billion in it. But knowing you would trade every single penny, give up your empire, and burn it all to the ground, just for a chance to go back in time and save the only woman who ever truly loved you. That is the tragic reality of our protagonist. Chen Mo. He is the most ruthless business tycoon of the year 2026. He has it all: the cars, the penthouses, the absolute power. But as he takes his final breath on his deathbed, surrounded by fake friends and greedy relatives waiting for their inheritance, his heart is completely hollow. Because exactly 50 years ago, in the bitterly cold winter of 1976, he was a useless, gambling-addicted coward. And because of his sheer incompetence, his beautiful wife, Su Qing, and his adorable 4-year-old daughter, Nguyen, froze and starved to death in a broken-down shack. For 50 years, the guilt ate him alive. His final thought: if the heavens have eyes, just give me one more chance. I'll tear apart the world to protect them. And guys, in the world of Manhwa, the heavens always listen to a billionaire with a grudge. Welcome to Fate Library. Today, we're diving into a brand new, absolute masterpiece of a story, where a ruthless modern tycoon gets thrust back into the poverty-stricken 1970s with a broken cheat code. If you want to see our boy completely humiliate corrupt village chiefs, build a secret empire from scratch, and feed his starving wife like a queen, hit that subscribe button and let's get right into the satisfaction. Bam! Chen Mo's eyes snap open. He gasps for air, his lungs burning not from old age but from biting, freezing wind. He isn't in a sterile VIP hospital room anymore. He's lying on a rock-hard dirt floor. The smell of mildew, burning firewood, and cheap cornmeal fills the air. He looks down at his hands. They aren't the wrinkled, manicured hands of a 70-year-old CEO. They are rough, calloused, and young. Before he can even process the shock, a weak, trembling voice calls out from the corner of the room. "Mo, are you awake? I saved you the last of the sweet potato broth. Please, eat it so you have energy to work." Chen Mo freezes. His blood runs cold, then hot like a volcano. He slowly turns his head. Standing there, wrapped in a threadbare, patched-up cotton jacket, is Su Qing, his wife. Hiding behind her leg is a tiny girl with pigtails, holding a cracked wooden bowl, his daughter, Nguyen. The dam breaks. The ruthless tycoon, the man who ruined rival corporations without blinking, drops to his knees on the dirt floor and bursts into agonizing, ugly tears. He rushes forward and pulls both of them into a desperate, crushing hug. Su Qing is terrified. "Mo, what's wrong? Did you get beaten up by the debt collectors again?" Chen Mo just cries harder, burying his face in her shoulder. "I'm sorry. I'm so damn sorry," he chokes out. "I swear on my life. You will never go hungry again. You will never be cold again. I'm going to give you the whole damn world." Su Qing thinks he's just having a breakdown from the stress of their poverty. In the year 1976, in the rural Red Star village, everyone is poor. But Chen Mo was the worst of the worst, a lazy bum who stole his wife's rations. But as Chen Mo looks at his weeping wife, his eyes harden. With the terrifying resolve of a billionaire who knows exactly how to manipulate the world, he has his memories. He knows the economic booms that are coming. He knows every stock, every business trend, every hidden treasure. But more importantly, right at that moment, a mechanical voice echoes in his skull. "Ding," host's overwhelming regret acknowledged. "The 100x multiplication system has bound to your soul." Rules: any item the host obtains through his own labor can be multiplied by 100 in quantity, or upgraded by 100x in quality. Chen Mo's eyes widen. A system? He doesn't just have future knowledge, he has a literal cheat code. A wicked, predatory grin spreads across his face. Oh, this era isn't ready for him. But right now, grand ambitions don't put food on the table. Nguyen's stomach lets out a loud, painful rumble. The little girl looks down, ashamed. Chen Mo's heart breaks all over again. He gently pats her head. "Wait for Daddy. I'm bringing home meat today." Su Qing panics. "Meat? Mo, you can't go to the commune. Village Chief Zhao will beat you." Chen Mo just smirks. "I'm not going to that corrupt pig. I'm going to the mountain." Grabbing a rusted hatchet and a coil of frayed rope, Chen Mo steps out into the blinding snow. The bitter cold of 1976 hits him like a truck, but his mind is razor-sharp. Back in his previous life, before he became a CEO, he survived in the wilderness to escape loan sharks. He knows how to track. He hikes 2 miles into the dense, snowy forest behind Red Star Village. The snow is knee-deep, and his stomach is screaming from hunger, but his sheer willpower pushes him forward. He finds a set of fresh tracks near a frozen berry bush. Pheasant tracks, moving with the silent precision of an apex predator. He sets a crude but highly effective snare trap using branches and his rope, baiting it with a dried berry he found in his pocket. Then he waits in the freezing snow. 1 hour, 2 hours. Most men would have frozen to death, but Chen Mo is fueled by 50 years of regret. Finally, snap. A fat winter pheasant triggers the trap, squawking wildly as it's suspended by its leg. Chen Mo rushes forward and cleanly snaps its neck, securing his catch. It's a good bird, maybe 3 pounds of solid meat, enough to feed his family a rich, fatty soup for 2 days. But then the mechanical voice chimes in. Ding, host has acquired Wild Pheasant X1. Would you like to trigger the 100x multiplication? Option A, 100x quantity. Option B, 100x quality. Chen Mo laughs out loud, the sound echoing in the snowy forest. Option A, give me the quantity. Instantly, a flash of golden light blinds him. When the light fades, Chen Mo's jaw drops. Sitting in the snow, piled up like a mountain of absolute wealth, are exactly 100 plump, freshly hunted pheasants. In 1976, a single pheasant is worth half a month's wages for a normal factory worker. 100 pheasants? That isn't just food, that is an absolute fortune. It's enough meat to buy out the entire village chief's savings. Chen Mo quickly hides 98 of the pheasants in a nearby hollowed-out cave. Covering them with branches and snow to act as a natural freezer, he slings 2 massive, fat birds over his shoulder and begins the trek home, his blood boiling with excitement. The days of suffering are officially over. Meanwhile, back at the shack, trouble has arrived. The wooden door is kicked open, sending snow and freezing wind into the tiny room. Standing in the doorway is Zhao Gang, the son of the village chief. He's wearing a thick, expensive military-style coat and smoking a luxury cigarette, looking at Su Qing with a disgusting, predatory sneer. Well, Su Qing, Zhao Gang drawls, stepping inside without permission. Your deadbeat husband owes the commune 5 work points. Since he obviously can't pay, my father said we'll have to take your family's winter grain ration. Unless you want to come to my house and clean for me, I might just forgive the debt. Su Qing steps in front of little Nguyen, her face pale with terror but her eyes fierce. Get out! Chen Mo will be back soon. We don't owe you anything. Your father rigged the work points. Zhao Gang laughs mockingly, stepping closer and reaching a hand out to grab Su Qing's chin. Chen Mo, that trash is probably freezing in a ditch somewhere. Before Zhao Gang's hand can even touch her, a massive shadow blocks the doorway. Wham! A heavy, frozen pheasant is swung like a baseball bat, slamming directly into Zhao Gang's smug face. The impact sounds like a gunshot. Zhao Gang screams, spitting out a mouthful of blood and 2 teeth as he falls backward into the snow, completely stunned. Standing in the doorway is Chen Mo. The bitter winter wind whips his hair around his face, and his eyes radiate a terrifying, murderous aura that genuinely makes the temperature in the room drop. This isn't the lazy village bum anymore. This is a man who destroyed global conglomerates. Touch my wife again, Chen Mo says, his voice a low, demonic growl. And I will bury you so deep in the mountain, they won't even find your bones until the next century. Zhao Gang scrambles to his feet, terrified but humiliated. He looks at the 2 massive pheasants in Chen Mo's hands and his eyes widen in disbelief. Meat? Where the hell did this trash get meat? Why you dared to strike the chief's son? I'm going to report you to the commune. I'll have you starved to death, he stammers, backing away quickly. Chen Mo just sneers, tossing one of the pheasants onto the table. Go ahead and report me, you pampered pig. Tell your father I'll be coming to see him soon to settle our accounts. Now get off my property before I break your legs. Zhao Gang turns and runs like a whipped dog, slipping in the snow as he flees for his life. Inside the shack, there is absolute silence. Su Qing is staring at her husband as if she's looking at a stranger. Did he just stand up for her? Did he just beat up the untouchable village bully? And more importantly, is that actual meat? Chen Mo's terrifying aura instantly vanishes. He turns to his wife and daughter, his eyes softening into absolute warmth. He locks the door, blocking out the cold, and holds up the two massive birds. Nguyen Nguyen Su Ching. Tonight, we eat meat until we can't eat anymore. Over the next hour, the tiny, freezing shack is transformed. Chen Mo takes charge, plucking and cleaning the birds with practiced efficiency. He uses their last bit of cooking oil, frying the fatty skin until it sizzles and crackles, releasing a rich, mouth-watering aroma that fills the entire room. He stews the meat with some dried mushrooms he found, creating a thick, bubbling, golden broth. When he finally serves the bowls, Nguyen Nguyen's hands are shaking. She takes a bite of the tender, juicy meat and her eyes widen like saucers. "Daddy, it's so yummy, am I in heaven?" Su Ching takes a sip of the rich broth, and a tear rolls down her cheek. It's the first time she has tasted oil and meat in over 2 years. She looks at Chen Mo, realizing that something fundamental has changed in him. He isn't a coward anymore. He is the pillar of this family. As Chen Mo watches his wife and daughter eat their fill, his heart swells with a profound, healing satisfaction. The pain of 50 years is finally starting to wash away. But this is only the beginning. He has 98 more pheasants hidden in the mountain. Tomorrow, he will hit the black market. He will turn those birds into seed capital. He will buy clothes, a new house, and eventually he will tear down the corrupt power structure of Red Star Village. Village Chief Zhao thought he could bully the weak. He's about to find out what happens when you anger a billionaire regressor with a 100x cheat code. Oh man, if you thought that was satisfying, you haven't seen anything yet. Our boy Chen Mo is about to turn 1976 into his personal playground. In the next chapter, we're hitting the illegal black market, and the sheer amount of money Chen Mo is about to make with his multiplied goods is going to break the local economy. Plus, Village Chief Zhao makes his move, but he is walking right into a trap set by a corporate mastermind. If you are loving this zero-to-hero satisfaction, make sure to smash that like button, drop a comment saying 100x cheat to feed the algorithm, and subscribe to Fate Library so you don't miss Chapter 2. See you in the next one. Welcome back to Fate Library. In the last chapter, our billionaire protagonist Chen Mo regressed to the freezing winter of 1976, saved his starving wife and daughter, and unlocked the wildly overpowered 100x multiplication system. With one trap, he secured 100 wild pheasants, fed his family a god-tier meal, and brutally slapped down the corrupt village chief's son. But guys, a true billionaire doesn't stop at just one good meal. In the 1970s, meat is basically gold, and Chen Mo is sitting on an absolute gold mine. Today, we are hitting the illegal black market, manipulating underground bosses and causing absolute economic chaos. If you're ready for some heavy-hitting progression and ruthless face-slapping, smash that like button and let's get right into Chapter 2. The next morning, before the sun even peeks over the snowy mountains, Chen Mo is already awake. He looks down at Su Ching and little Nguyen Nguyen, sleeping soundly and warmly for the first time in months. A soft smile crosses his face, but as he steps out into the freezing wind, his eyes turn icy and calculating. He hikes up to the hidden cave where he stored the 98 remaining pheasants. They are frozen solid, pristine, and perfectly preserved. Loading them onto a makeshift wooden sled he built the night before, Chen Mo begins the grueling 5-mile trek to the neighboring Qing County. In 1976, private business is technically illegal, labeled as capitalist speculation. If you get caught selling goods without a state permit, you go to a labor camp. But because state rations are so low, massive underground black markets thrive in the shadows of every county. And Chen Mo, he used to run global hedge funds. A 1970s black market is basically a sandbox game to him. He arrives at a rundown alleyway behind a textile factory, the known entrance to the local black market. He wraps a thick scarf around his face to hide his identity, and pulls his heavy sled into the shadows. Immediately, a group of tough-looking men wearing green military coats block his path. The leader, a burly man with a scar over his eye known as Brother Tiger, looks at Chen Mo's shabby clothes and sneers. "Lost farmer, this isn't a place for beggars. Scram before we break your legs." Chen Mo doesn't flinch. He doesn't cower like a normal villager would. Instead, he reaches back, pulls off the tarp covering his sled, and reveals the mountain of 98 fat premium wild pheasants. The alleyway goes dead silent. Brother Tiger's jaw practically hits the frozen dirt. Meat is so scarce right now that even factory directors only get a few ounces a month. And this random peasant just rolled up with nearly 100 prime birds. Brother Tiger's eyes flash with greed. He steps forward, cracking his knuckles. Well, well, looks like you stumbled onto a nest, farmer. I'll tell you what, I'm a generous guy. I'll take the whole sled for 20 yuan. Now take the money and get out before I decide to take it for free. 20 yuan? For 98 birds? That is a predatory scam of the highest order. The thugs step forward, intending to intimidate Chen Mo into giving up his fortune. But Chen Mo just laughs. It's a dark, chilling laugh that makes Brother Tiger's hair stand on end. 20 yuan? Chen Mo's voice is cold, dripping with absolute authority. He steps right into Tiger's personal space, his eyes locking onto the boss with the crushing weight of a billionaire who has crushed men 10 times his size. A standard wild pheasant weighs 3 pounds. Black market rate for wild game is 1.5 yuan per pound. This sled holds over 300 pounds of pristine meat. That's a 450 yuan street value. You're offering me 20? Tiger swallows hard, suddenly feeling like he isn't talking to a poor farmer, but to a high-ranking syndicate boss. Chen Mo grabs Tiger by the collar of his thick coat, pulling him close. Listen to me very carefully, Tiger. You are going to give me 300 yuan cash right now, plus 50 pounds of national grain tickets, cotton tickets, and industrial vouchers. You will take these birds, sell them to the factory directors, and make a clean 150 yuan profit. If you try to rob me, I guarantee you won't live to see the sunset. Do we have a deal, or do I take my business to your rival across town? The thugs are stunned. No one talks to Brother Tiger like that. But Tiger is sweating bullets. The sheer aura radiating from Chen Mo is terrifying. Tiger knows a predator when he sees one. He quickly raises his hands in surrender. Deal, deal, brother, calm down, we have a deal, Tiger stammers. Within 5 minutes, the transaction is complete. Chen Mo walks away from the alley with a massive wad of cash, 300 yuan. In an era where a skilled factory worker makes 25 yuan a month. Chen Mo just made a year's salary in a single morning. Plus, his pockets are stuffed with highly coveted ration tickets. Now that he has seed capital, it's time to shop. Chen Mo heads to the state-run supply cooperative. With his new cash and tickets, he buys the absolute highest quality goods available. 1 50-pound sack of premium, snow-white rice. 1 massive 10-pound slab of fatty pork belly, 2 thick cotton winter coats, and a tin of imported powdered milk for his daughter. He hauls his purchases to a secluded, abandoned warehouse on the edge of town. He sets the goods down, takes a deep breath, and waits. Ding, host has acquired 50 pounds premium white rice, 10 pounds pork belly, 2 winter coats, 1 tin powdered milk. Would you like to trigger the 100x multiplication? Option A, 100x quantity. Do it, Chen Mo commands. FWOSH. The abandoned warehouse is instantly flooded with golden light. When it fades, Chen Mo is staring at an empire of supplies. The single sack of rice has multiplied into a towering mountain of 100 sacks. 5,000 pounds of premium white rice. The pork belly has multiplied into 1,000 pounds of premium meat. There are 200 thick winter coats and 100 tins of highly expensive powdered milk. It is a king's ransom, a fortune that could feed the entire Red Star village for a year, sitting right here in an abandoned warehouse. Chen Mo secures the warehouse with a heavy padlock. He loads up a hand-pulled wooden cart with just enough supplies to look like a massive, wealthy haul. But not enough to look suspicious. He stacks 2 sacks of rice, a massive slab of pork, and the new clothes, and begins the journey back to his village. When Chen Mo pulls his loaded cart into Red Star Village, the reaction is explosive. Villagers drop their shovels and stare in absolute disbelief. Their eyes are glued to the snow-white rice and the dripping fat of the pork belly. Is that Chen Mo, the lazy gambler? Heavens, look at that meat. Look at those clothes. Did he rob a bank? The commotion is so loud that it draws out the ultimate villains. Village Chief Zhao and his bruised, toothless son, Zhao Gang. When Zhao Gang sees Chen Mo, his face twists with pure hatred. When Chief Zhao sees the cart full of luxury goods, his eyes gleam with unchecked greed. Stop right there, Chen Mo, Chief Zhao barks. signaling two village militiamen with wooden rifles to block the path. Where did a worthless rat like you get these goods? This is clearly capitalist speculation. Or worse, you stole commune funds. Confiscate his cart immediately. This food now belongs to the commune, which means it belongs to me. The villagers watch in pity. Chen Mo finally got lucky, but the corrupt chief is just going to rob him blind, using his authority as a shield. Zhao Gang sneers, stepping forward to grab the slab of pork. I told you I'd starve you to death, you piece of trash. But Chen Mo doesn't panic. In fact, he smiles, a cold, calculating smile. Before Zhao Gang can touch the meat, Chen Mo pulls a red-stamped document from his pocket and slaps it directly onto Zhao Gang's forehead. Are you blind, Chief Zhao? Chen Mo says, his voice echoing loudly for the whole village to hear. This isn't speculation, this is a reward. Chief Zhao snatches the paper. His face instantly drains of all color. It's a state-certified voucher, signed and stamped by none other than the county police captain. Flashback to 2 hours ago. Before leaving the county, Chen Mo anonymously dropped off a tip to the police regarding a known smuggling route used by Brother Tiger's rivals, completely eliminating Tiger's competition and securing a favor from the police captain in the process. The captain, thrilled with the major bust, signed a voucher legally certifying Chen Mo's goods as a civilian reward to bypass the speculation laws. Chen Mo steps forward, his aura completely dominating the chief. Confiscating state-rewarded goods from a recognized civilian hero, that's a class of federal offense, Chief Zhao. Shall we call the police captain and tell him you're trying to steal his reward? Or would you prefer to go straight to the labor camp? The silence in the village is deafening. Chief Zhao is shaking uncontrollably. The state police are not something a lowly village chief can mess with. If he takes that cart, he is a dead man. And no, there must be a misunderstanding, Chief Zhao stammers, sweating profusely despite the freezing cold. Get out of my way, Chen Mo orders, his voice like cracking ice. Chief Zhao flinches and frantically waves for the militiamen to step aside. Zhao Gang looks like he wants to cry as he watches the beautiful pork belly roll right past him. The entire village is utterly stunned. The untouchable tyrant of Red Star Village just bowed his head to the village loser. Chen Mo pulls the cart up to his shack. Su Qing opens the door, and when she sees the mountain of white rice, the new cotton coats and the tins of powdered milk, her legs give out. She falls to her knees, sobbing with overwhelming relief and joy. Nguyen runs out, hugging Chen Mo's leg. Chen Mo wraps the new, thick cotton coat around his wife's shoulders, instantly warming her freezing body. He pulls her into a tight embrace. I told you, he whispers, kissing her forehead, you will never be cold or hungry again. The satisfying dopamine hit of proving the haters wrong and feeding your family like royalty. Chen Mo has officially secured his seed capital and crushed the chief's authority. But he still has an entire warehouse filled with 5,000 pounds of multiplied rice and 1,000 pounds of meat. How is he going to launder that much food in the 1970s without getting caught? In Chapter 3, Chen Mo is going to establish a secret trading empire, and we're going to see the 100x quality upgrade for the first time. The stakes are getting higher, and the wealth is about to explode. If you want Chapter 3 immediately, make sure you hit that like button. Comment quality upgrade down below and subscribe to Fate Library. We are just getting started. See you in the next one. Welcome back to Fate Library. In the last chapter, our regressor billionaire Chen Mo completely dominated the underground black market, multiplied a fortune in supplies, and publicly humiliated the corrupt village chief Zhao in front of the entire village. He now has a loving, well-fed family, but he also has a massive problem. 5,000 pounds of premium white rice and 1,000 pounds of fatty pork sitting in an abandoned warehouse. If he drops that much food into the local black market, it won't just crash the economy. It will attract the state police, the military, and every greedy syndicate in the province. A true billionaire doesn't sell in the alleys, he sells to the institutions. Today, we are unlocking the highly anticipated 100x quality upgrade, saving a VIP's life, and securing a fortune so massive it will break the 1970s financial system. Smash that like button, and let's jump straight into Chapter 3. The morning sun shines over Red Star Village. The scent of sizzling pork fat wafts from Chen Mo's shack, causing every villager walking by to swallow hard with intense envy. Inside, Su Qing looks like a completely different woman. Just 2 days of proper nutrition and warmth have brought the color back to her cheeks, revealing the stunning beauty that poverty had hidden away. Nguyen is giggling, playing with a brand new wooden toy Chen Mo carved for her. Chen Mo kisses his wife on the forehead. I have a big business deal in the city today. Lock the doors. Don't open them for anyone, especially the chief. Su Qing nods, her eyes full of absolute trust. She doesn't know how her husband became this capable, confident powerhouse, but she doesn't care. He is her hero. Chen Mo heads toward the city, but on the way, he takes a detour deep into the treacherous, rocky cliffs of the mountain. He isn't hunting for meat today. He is hunting for leverage. He scales a dangerous ravine, using his past life wilderness survival skills, until he spots it. A small, green sprout hidden beneath a snow-covered rock. He carefully digs it up. It's a wild mountain ginseng. It's small, maybe 5 years old, worth a few yuan at the local pharmacy, but nothing special. But Chen Mo has a cheat code. Ding, host has acquired 5-year-old wild ginseng X1. Would you like to trigger the 100x multiplication? Option A, 100x quantity, receive 105-year-old ginsengs. Option B, 100x quality, receive 500-year-old blood ginseng. Chen Mo's eyes sharpen. Option B, give me the quality upgrade. VWOSH. The small, pale root in his hand suddenly glows with a blinding, deep crimson light. The air around him actually smells sweet, filled with a dense, refreshing medicinal aroma. When the light fades, the root has transformed. It is now thick, glowing with a ruby-red hue and pulsing with a strange, life-giving energy. A 500-year-old blood ginseng. In 1976, modern medicine is scarce, and traditional Chinese medicine is highly revered. A 50-year ginseng can save a life. A 500-year blood ginseng, that isn't just medicine. That is a mythical artifact capable of pulling someone back from the gates of hell. Chen Mo carefully wraps the glowing root in a clean cloth. He now has the ultimate bargaining chip. Chen Mo arrives in Qing County, but he doesn't go to the black market alleys. Instead, he walks straight toward the largest, most intimidating complex in the region, the Red Star Steel Mill. This state-owned enterprise employs over 10,000 workers. But right now, the massive iron gates are closed, and hundreds of angry workers are protesting outside. We haven't seen meat in 3 months, a worker yells. We do back-breaking labor in the furnaces, and the cafeteria is serving us water and cabbage. We demand our rations. Standing on a balcony overlooking the chaos is Director Li, a high-ranking state official. He looks exhausted, rubbing his temples in despair. The state supply chains are delayed, and if the workers strike, the factory shuts down and he loses his job, or worse, gets investigated for incompetence. Chen Mo watches from the shadows, a predatory corporate smile spreading across his face. Perfect. Desperation makes for the best business deals. Chen Mo doesn't try to sneak in. He walks directly to the front gate, his posture perfectly straight, exuding the overwhelming, arrogant aura of a top-tier executive. He looks at the frantic security guards and speaks in a commanding, unquestionable tone. Tell Director Li that a supplier from the southern provinces is here, and tell him, I have the solution to his meat problem and the solution to his father's illness. 10 minutes later, Chen Mo is sitting in Director Li's lavish, wood-paneled office. Director Li is glaring at him, flanked by 2 burly security officers. You have a lot of nerve, young man, Director Li says coldly. My father's illness is a closely guarded secret. And as for my factory's supply issues, how could a single man solve a shortage that the state logistics department can't fix? Are you a swindler? Chen Mo doesn't flinch. He crosses his legs, leaning back in the chair like he owns the room. Director Li, I'm a businessman representing a very private, very powerful agricultural collective down south. I heard your workers are starving. I currently have 5,000 pounds of premium white rice and 1,000 pounds of prime pork belly sitting in a warehouse not 2 miles from here. Director Li scoffs, standing up. Ridiculous. Do you know how hard it is to move that much meat without a state permit, if you're lying to me? Thump. Chen Mo places a small wooden box on the desk. He opens it, revealing a single, thin slice of the 500-year-old blood ginseng. Instantly, the rich, medicinal aroma fills the room. The two security guards actually gasp, feeling a surge of energy just from inhaling the scent. Your father is suffering from severe lung failure due to years of inhaling factory smoke, Chen Mo says smoothly. Take this to his doctor, boil it into a soup. It will stabilize his lungs within the hour. Consider it a free gift to prove the quality of my network. Director Lee is trembling. He has spent thousands of yuan on doctors and nothing worked. The sheer quality of this ginseng slice is beyond anything he has ever seen. Without a word, he grabs the box and sprints out of the room, heading straight to the factory hospital ward. An hour passes. The tension in the office is thick. Finally, the door slams open. Director Lee walks in, tears streaming down his face. He rushes forward and grabs Chen Mo's hands, shaking them violently. He's breathing normally. The doctors said his vitals completely stabilized. Brother Chen, you are my family's savior. Chen Mo smirks internally, hook, line, and sinker. The tone of the meeting completely shifts. Director Lee treats Chen Mo like royalty, pouring him expensive tea. Brother Chen, about those supplies, Director Lee asks eagerly. Can you really deliver 1,000 pounds of meat? If I can feed my workers tonight, the strike ends. I will buy everything you have. Name your price. Market rate, Chen Mo says, waving his hand dismissively as if the money doesn't matter. But I require two things. First, the payment must be in cash. Second, I need a state enterprise procurement license. I need my future business in this county to be completely legal and protected by your factory's authority. Director Lee doesn't even hesitate. Giving a state license to a private individual is a massive bending of the rules, but Chen Mo just saved his father and his career. Within 2 hours, the factory trucks roll up to Chen Mo's abandoned warehouse. The workers cheer wildly as they load up the massive sacks of rice and the beautiful, fatty pork. Back in the office, Director Lee hands Chen Mo a thick leather briefcase. Inside, 10,000 yuan in crisp cash. To put this in perspective, in 1976, becoming a 10,000 yuan household was equivalent to being a multimillionaire today. It was front-page news. And Chen Mo just did it in 3 days. He also receives a red stamp procurement license, effectively granting him immunity from the black market police. He is now, legally, an untouchable state contractor. Before heading home, Chen Mo stops at the county department store. He slaps down a stack of cash and industrial tickets, buying the ultimate luxury item of the 1970s, a brand new, gleaming black flying pigeon bicycle. As the sun sets, Chen Mo rides the bicycle into Red Star Village. The metallic clicking of the bike chain draws the villagers out of their homes. When they see Chen Mo riding a bicycle, an item that even the village chief doesn't own, their jaws drop to the snowy dirt. A bicycle? Did he strike oil in the mountains? My God, the shine on that metal. How did he afford that? Village Chief Zhao storms out of the commune office, his face purple with rage. Chen Mo, you arrogant punk, you dare flaunt capitalist luxury in my village. Guards seize that bicycle. This is undeniable proof of black market speculation. The militiamen hesitate but step forward. Chen Mo calmly steps off the bike. He reaches into his jacket and pulls out the red-stamped, gold-embossed state procurement license, holding it up so the chief can see the signature of Director Lee. Speculation? Chen Mo laughs, his voice dripping with condescension. I am an official supply contractor for the Red Star Steel Mill, appointed by Director Lee himself. This bicycle was purchased with state-approved funds. If you touch my property, Chief Zhao, I will have the Factory Security Bureau down here to arrest you for interfering with state business. Chief Zhao freezes. The Factory Security Bureau has more firepower than the local police. The chief looks at the license, looks at the gleaming bicycle, and realizes with absolute horror that the village loser he has bullied for years is now completely, officially out of his league. The chief slumps backward, defeated and humiliated in front of everyone. Chen Mo ignores him, pushing his bike toward his shack where his wife and daughter are waiting. The Shadow Empire has been established. The wealth is secured. The 100x cheat has officially broken the rural economy. The satisfaction levels are off the charts. Our boy went from starving to a 10,000 yuan millionaire with a state-backed license, and he did it all by outsmarting a factory director and using the 100x quality upgrade. But now that Chen Mo has immense wealth, he needs to upgrade his family's living situation. That freezing, broken-down shack isn't fit for a billionaire's wife. In Chapter 4, Chen Mo is buying out land, building a mansion in the 70s, and triggering the 100x system on construction materials to create an absolute fortress. If you're addicted to this zero-to-hero progression, destroy that like button, comment, Shadow Empire to boost the algorithm, and subscribe to Fate Library so you don't miss Chapter 4. See you in the next one. Welcome back to Fate Library. Last time, our regressor billionaire Chen Mo legally laundered a mountain of food, saved a high-ranking factory director's father using a 500-year-old blood ginseng, and secured an untouchable state procurement license. He rode back into Red Star Village on a gleaming new bicycle, leaving the corrupt village chief humiliated and completely outclassed. But Chen Mo isn't satisfied yet. His wife and daughter are eating like royalty, but they are still living in a drafty, freezing shack that barely survives the winter winds. In the 1970s, a brick house was the ultimate status symbol. But for a billionaire with a 100x cheat system, he isn't just going to build a house, he's going to build an impenetrable fortress. Get ready for massive real estate progression, a completely broken system upgrade, and the absolute downfall of the village chief. Hit that subscribe button, and let's dive into Chapter 4. The freezing night winds howl through the cracks of the wooden shack. Su Qing and Nguyen are warm, wrapped in their new thick cotton coats, but Chen Mo stares at the rotting ceiling with absolute disgust. 50 years ago, this shack was their tomb. Tomorrow, it becomes firewood. The next morning, Chen Mo walks straight into the commune office. Village Chief Zhao is sitting at his desk, smoking a cheap cigarette and fuming over his public humiliation from the day before. When Chen Mo walks in, the chief glares at him with venomous eyes. "I want to purchase the empty homestead plot at the base of the southern mountain," Chen Mo demands, tossing a blueprint he drew up last night onto the desk. "Approve the allocation." In 1976, rural land was collectively owned, but the village chief had the power to allocate housing plots. Chief Zhao looks at the map and sneers. The southern mountain base is prime real estate. It's sheltered from the wind and near the fresh spring. "Oh, the big state contractor wants to build a house," Chief Zhao mocks. "Unfortunately, commune resources are tight. That plot requires a development fee. 100 yuan, or you can take a hike, contractor." The chief expects Chen Mo to rage. 100 yuan is an absurd, extortionate amount for a dirt plot. It's pure corruption. But Chen Mo doesn't even blink. He reaches into his heavy winter coat, pulls out a stack of crisp 10-yuan bills, and literally slaps them across Chief Zhao's face. Smack. The bills scatter across the desk. 500 yuan, Chen Mo says coldly. 100 for the plot, 400 to buy out the entire southern sector so nobody builds near my family. Sign the paperwork, Chief, unless you want me to call Director Li and tell him you're obstructing state business. Chief Zhao's hands tremble. 500 yuan in pure cash. He's never seen this much money in his life. His greed overrides his pride. He rapidly signs and stamps the allocation papers, handing over the deed. As Chen Mo turns to leave, Chief Zhao's eyes narrow with vicious intent. "Go ahead and build your fancy house, Chen Mo. Let's see how long it stands." With the land secured, Chen Mo heads to the county construction yard. In this era, building materials are heavily rationed. He uses his procurement license to buy a standard batch of materials: low-quality red clay bricks, basic limestone cement, and untreated pine wood beams. He hires a mule cart to haul the materials to his massive new plot at the base of the mountain. Once the driver leaves, Chen Mo stands alone in front of the pile of shabby, brittle bricks and powdery cement. System, it's time to build. Ding, host has acquired. Red clay bricks x 5,000, limestone cement x 50 bags, pine wood beams x 20. Would you like to trigger the 100x multiplication? Option A, 100x quantity. Option B, 100x quality. Option B, give me the quality upgrade on everything. FWOSH. A blinding, multicolored light engulfs the construction site. The air literally hums with energy. When the light fades, the materials have undergone a terrifying transformation. The brittle red clay bricks are now perfectly uniform, pitch black, and smooth as glass. Item upgraded: high-density thermal obsidian bricks, impervious to extreme temperatures, fireproof, and naturally insulates heat. The powdery cement has transformed into a dark, metallic slurry. Item upgraded: military-grade titanium bonding agent, dries in 1 hour, stronger than reinforced concrete. The cheap pine wood beams now radiate a faint, warm glow, smelling of ancient forests. Item upgraded: ironwood core beams, rot-proof, insect-proof, and can bear the weight of a skyscraper. Chen Mo runs his hand over the obsidian bricks. They are warm to the touch. This isn't just a house anymore. This is a bunker disguised as a luxury villa. To build the house, Chen Mo doesn't hire standard commune workers. He goes to the edge of the village and hires the outcasts, the men and women that Chief Zhao has oppressed and starved for years. He offers them 2 yuan a day in cash, plus 3 full meals of white rice and pork. The workers are so grateful they weep openly. They work with a ferocious, unmatched loyalty. Guided by Chen Mo's past life architectural knowledge and the insane quality of the 100x materials, the house rises at record speed. Within 1 week, a stunning, multi-courtyard mansion stands at the base of the mountain. It features thick obsidian walls, large glass windows, a rarity in the 70s, and a sprawling, heated Kang traditional brick bed that runs beneath the floors. Su Qing and Nguyen watch in absolute awe. It looks like a palace from the future. But as the village marvels at Chen Mo's wealth, a dark shadow looms. Village Chief Zhao is losing control. The villagers are refusing his orders and flocking to work for Chen Mo if he doesn't crush Chen Mo now. His reign as the local tyrant is over. It is the night before Chen Mo's family officially moves into the new mansion. The village is dead silent. 3 dark figures creep toward the southern mountain base, carrying rusted cans of kerosene and crude torches. It's Zhao Gang and 2 of the chief's thugs. "Burn it all down," Zhao Gang whispers maliciously, splashing kerosene against the beautiful, dark obsidian bricks of the new house. Let's see how arrogant he is when his palace is a pile of ash. Zhao Gang strikes a match and tosses it onto the kerosene. Whoosh! The flames erupt, licking up the side of the wall. Zhao Gang laughs, turning to run. But suddenly, a cold, terrifying voice echoes from the darkness of the courtyard. "You know, I genuinely hoped you were just greedy. I didn't think you were stupid enough to commit arson." Zhao Gang freezes. Stepping out of the shadows, holding a heavy iron crowbar, is Chen Mo. His eyes are glowing with the ruthless, predatory light of a man who destroys his enemies completely. Zhao Gang looks back at the fire and his jaw drops. The flames are dying out. The kerosene burned off, but the obsidian bricks didn't even scorch. They literally absorbed the heat, remaining perfectly pristine and glossy. What kind of bricks are those?" Zhao Gang stammers, stumbling backward in terror. "Get him." The 2 thugs rush Chen Mo. It is the worst mistake of their lives. Crack wham! With ruthless, surgical precision, Chen Mo swings the iron crowbar, shattering the first thug's kneecap and fracturing the second one's ribs. They hit the snow, screaming in agony. Zhao Gang turns to run, but Chen Mo easily catches him, grabbing him by the throat and slamming him violently against the indestructible brick wall. "I warned you what would happen if you touched my family," Chen Mo whispers, his grip tightening like a steel vise. The next morning, the entire village is woken up by the blaring sirens of state police jeeps. When the villagers gather at the new mansion, they gasp in shock. Zhao Gang and his 2 thugs are tied to the front gate, covered in frost, shivering and bruised. Stepping out of the lead jeep is the county police captain, the same man Chen Mo gave the smuggling tip to. He looks at the kerosene cans and the attempted arson scene, his face livid. Village Chief Zhao comes running, screaming in panic. "Captain, my son, this is a misunderstanding. Chen Mo assaulted them." Chen Mo calmly walks out of his new mansion, handing a written statement to the captain. "They attempted to burn down the property of a state-licensed contractor in the middle of the night. That is a crime against state production, Captain." The captain nods grimly. "Arson against state contractors is a heavy offense. Take them away." Chief Zhao drops to his knees in the snow, sobbing and begging, but it's over. His son is going to a labor camp. and the chief himself is dragged away for an official investigation into commune corruption. The tyrant of Red Star Village has fallen, completely crushed without Chen Mo even breaking a sweat. That afternoon, Chen Mo carries his wife bridal style over the threshold of their stunning, heated obsidian fortress. Little Nguyen runs around the massive, warm rooms, laughing with pure joy. The shack is gone. The poverty is gone. The enemies are crushed. The ultimate face slap and real estate upgrade. Chen Mo's 100x quality materials literally tanked an arson attack without a scratch, and the corrupt chief is finally gone for good. Red Star Village is now basically Chen Mo's personal kingdom. But with 1977 right around the corner, the historic college entrance exams are about to resume, and the national economy is about to open up. Chen Mo has conquered the village, but now it's time to conquer the country. In Chapter 5, Chen Mo is heading to the capital, and we're going to see the 100x system break the antique and stock markets. If you're hyped for the national expansion arc, smash that like button, comment, Obsidian Fortress down below, and subscribe to Fate Library. Don't miss Chapter 5. See you soon. Welcome back to Fate Library. In our last chapter, Chen Mo built an indestructible thermal obsidian fortress for his family. Completely tanked an arson attack, and sent the corrupt village chief Zhao to prison. He conquered Red Star Village and became a legendary 10,000 yuan household. But guys, a true billionaire's ambition cannot be contained in a rural farming village. It's late 1977, the winds of change are blowing across the country, and the historic college entrance exams have just resumed. Today, our boy is heading to the capital, stepping into the high-stakes world of antiques, and using his 100x quality upgrade to forge a priceless national treasure right in front of arrogant billionaires. If you love seeing arrogant rich kids get completely humiliated by our regressor MC, smash that like button, and let's jump straight into Chapter 5. It's winter of 1977. The entire nation is in an uproar because the universities have finally reopened their doors after a decade of closure. Millions of youths are rushing to take the college entrance exams. Chen Mo, relying on his billionaire foresight, had already been secretly tutoring his wife, Su Qing, for the past 6 months. With her brilliant mind and his relentless support, she doesn't just pass the exam, she scores the absolute highest in the entire province. She is immediately accepted into the most prestigious university in the capital, Beijing. Packing up their belongings, Chen Mo, Su Qing, and little Nguyen leave Red Star Village behind. When they arrive in the capital, the contrast is staggering. The city is bustling, the economy is on the brink of an explosive boom. And opportunity is literally floating in the air. Su Qing goes off to her university classes, thriving in her new academic life. But Chen Mo, he has his sights set on the biggest cash grab of the late 70s, the antique market. In this era, ordinary people don't understand the value of historical artifacts. Priceless Ming Dynasty vases and Qing Dynasty jades are being sold by desperate families on the street for literally pennies. Chen Mo heads straight to Panjiayuan, the most famous antique street in the capital, his pockets loaded with his rural fortune. The market is loud, crowded, and chaotic. Chen Mo walks through the stalls, his keen, regressor eyes scanning the goods. Suddenly, a commotion breaks out at the corner of the street. An old, desperate man is kneeling on the ground, holding a dirty, slightly chipped ceramic bowl. "Please," the old man begs, "this is my family's heirloom. I just need 10 yuan to buy medicine for my wife. Please, someone buy it." Standing above the old man, laughing mockingly, is young Master Wang. Wang is the heir to a massive local trading company, wearing a tailored Western suit and surrounded by bodyguards. He fancies himself an elite antique collector. Wang kicks the old man's bowl with the tip of his polished leather shoe. 10 yuan for this piece of garbage. Look at the glaze, it's cloudy. There's a chip on the rim. It's a cheap imitation from the Republic era. I wouldn't feed my dog from this bowl. Get out of the street, old man, you're ruining the view. The crowd murmurs in agreement. If young Master Wang says it's trash, it must be trash. The old man weeps in despair, realizing his wife might die because he can't sell his heirloom. But then a calm, authoritative voice cuts through the crowd. "I'll take it. Here's 20 yuan, keep the change and go buy your wife's medicine. The crowd parts. Chen Mo steps forward, his aura completely different from the rural farmers. He is dressed sharply, projecting the absolute confidence of a titan. He hands the old man 2 crisp 10 yuan bills and carefully picks up the dirty bowl. Young Master Wang bursts into laughter. Look at this country bumpkin, throwing away 20 yuan on a dog bowl. You must be new to the capital, peasant. Let me teach you a lesson. In the antique world, fools and their money are easily parted. Chen Mo doesn't even look at him. He just smirks, turning his back on the arrogant air. The only fool I see here is a blind man pretending to have vision. You wouldn't recognize a dragon if it bit you in the face. Leaving the furious young Master Wang behind, Chen Mo steps into a secluded, empty alleyway. He holds up the dirty, chipped ceramic bowl. To the naked eye, it really is just a mediocre, damaged piece of pottery. But Chen Mo isn't relying on its current state. He's relying on the system. System 100x quality upgrade. Ding, host has acquired. Damaged Republic-era imitation bowl X1. Triggering 100x quality upgrade. FWOSH. A blinding, ethereal blue light erupts in the alleyway. The air smells like rain and ancient earth. When the light fades, the bowl in Chen Mo's hands has undergone an impossible metamorphosis. The dirt and grime are gone. The chip on the rim has seamlessly healed. The cloudy glaze has transformed into a stunning, translucent, flawless white canvas. And painted across the side, in a vibrant, breathtaking cobalt blue, is a magnificent 5-clawed imperial dragon chasing a pearl. Item upgraded, authentic Ming Dynasty Emperor's Dragon blue and white porcelain bowl. Condition, flawless. Value, peerless national treasure. Chen Mo's heart races. He isn't just holding an antique, he's holding a piece of history so perfect it belongs in the National Museum. And he bought it for 20 yuan. Chen Mo wraps the priceless bowl in a silk cloth and walks straight into Rongbao Hall, the most prestigious, heavily guarded antique appraisal house in the entire capital. He is ushered into the VIP room, where Master Appraiser Lin, a legendary figure in the antique world, is sipping tea. Coincidentally, sitting across from Master Lin is none other than young Master Wang, who is trying to sell some of his family's jades. When Wang sees Chen Mo walk in, he bursts into laughter again. They let this peasant in here. Master Lin, this fool just bought a damaged dog bowl off the street for 20 yuan. Throw him out before he insults your eyes. Master Lin frowns, looking at Chen Mo's calm demeanor. Sir, Rongbao Hall only appraises high-tier artifacts. If you have brought street trash, I must ask you to leave. Chen Mo ignores Wang completely. He walks up to the velvet-lined mahogany table and gently places his silk-wrapped package down. Master Lin, I suggest you put on your white gloves for this. With a fluid motion, Chen Mo pulls back the silk. The room goes dead silent. The overhead lights hit the flawless, translucent glaze of the Emperor's Dragon Bowl. The cobalt blue dragon seems to literally dance on the porcelain. Master Lin gasps so sharply he chokes on his tea. He leaps out of his chair, scrambling to put on his white silk gloves, his hands trembling violently as he picks up a magnifying glass. Heavens, Master Lin whispers, his voice cracking with pure awe. The glaze, the kiln firing marks, the imperial seal on the base. This is an authentic Chuan-era blue and white porcelain, and the condition, it's flawless. It looks like it was pulled from the Emperor's personal collection this very morning. This is a peerless national treasure. Young Master Wang's face drains of all color. He looks at the breathtaking bowl, then looks at Chen Mo. And no, that's impossible. That's the dog bowl from the street. It was chipped. It was dirty. You swapped it. You're a fraud. Chen Mo turns to Wang, his eyes as cold as a glacier. I told you on the street, Wang. You are a blind man pretending to have vision. You saw a dirty exterior and called it trash. I saw the hidden beauty underneath. That is the difference between a true collector and a spoiled brat playing with his daddy's money. Master Lin is furious at Wang's outburst. Young Master Wang, how dare you insult this artifact? Your family's entire collection combined isn't worth half of this bowl. Get out of my hall immediately. Wang is forcefully dragged out of the VIP room by security guards, screaming and humiliated, his reputation in the antique world completely shattered in a matter of seconds. Master Lin turns to Chen Mo, bowing deeply. Sir, I apologize for that fool. Rongbao Hall must have this bowl. I will offer you our entire liquid reserve, 50,000 yuan, cash, today. 50,000 yuan. In 1977, it's an astronomical, unimaginable sum of money. It's enough to buy an entire block of courtyard houses in the center of Beijing. Chen Mo smirks and extends his hand. Deal. Oh my God, the absolute devastation of young Master Wang was so satisfying to watch. Chen Mo just flipped a 20 yuan piece of street trash into a 50,000 yuan fortune using the 100x quality upgrade. He is now officially one of the wealthiest men in the capital, and the 1980s economic boom hasn't even started yet. But what is a billionaire without a proper corporate empire? In Chapter 6, the epic finale of this video, Chen Mo is using his massive fortune to buy up real estate, crush the national stock market, and finally reveal his true power to the world, completing his journey from a starving villager to the shadow emperor of the modern era. If you are hyped for the grand finale, absolutely destroy that like button, comment National Treasure down below, and make sure you are subscribed to Fate Library. See you in the epic conclusion. Welcome back to the epic finale on Fate Library. Throughout this incredible journey, we've watched Chen Mo regress from a dying billionaire in 2026 to a starving villager in 1976. Armed with the wildly overpowered 100x multiplication system, he secured his family's survival, built an indestructible mountain fortress, and recently entered the capital, flipping a 20 yuan street bowl into a massive 50,000 yuan fortune while completely humiliating the elite antique circles. But 50,000 yuan is just seed money for a man who used to run global hedge funds. With the historic 1980s economic reforms looming on the horizon, Chen Mo is about to unleash his full corporate ruthlessness. We're talking massive real estate monopolies, breaking the stock market, and the ultimate emotional payoff. If you've enjoyed this zero-to-hero masterpiece, smash that like button one last time, and let's dive into the epic finale. It is early 1978. The winds of economic reform are sweeping through the capital. While ordinary citizens are still hesitant, hoarding their meager savings, Chen Mo is moving with the speed and precision of an apex predator. He takes his 50,000 yuan and heads straight to the most prestigious district in Beijing, Haohai, right next to the Forbidden City. In 2026, a traditional Sihayuan courtyard house in this area would cost hundreds of millions of dollars. Right now, the government is selling them off for a few thousand yuan. Chen Mo buys the largest, most historically significant courtyard mansion on the market. It's a massive three-courtyard estate that once belonged to a Qing dynasty prince. It's slightly run down, but Chen Mo doesn't care. He signs the papers in pure cash, leaving the local housing officials absolutely speechless. Standing in the center of his massive new estate, Chen Mo smiles. System, it's time for a renovation. He purchases premium timber, marble, and modern, for the 70s wiring, piling it in the courtyard. Ding, triggering 100x quality upgrade. FWOSH. The entire estate undergoes a localized reality warp. The rotting wooden pillars transform into indestructible, fragrant golden thread, Nanmu wood. The cracked stone floors shift into flawless, heated white jade marble. The rudimentary plumbing and wiring upgrade into a highly advanced, self-regulating climate control system that won't even be invented for another 40 years. When Su Qing and little Nguyen Nguyen walk through the grand red doors of their new home, they are utterly paralyzed with awe. It isn't just a house, it's an imperial palace mixed with futuristic luxury. Nguyen Nguyen runs through the massive gardens, chasing butterflies, while Su Qing leans against Chen Mo's chest, crying tears of absolute happiness. They are safe, they are royalty. Fast forward a few years to the early 1980s. The Chinese economy has officially opened up. Private enterprises are booming, and the early stock market is a wild, unregulated gold rush. Chen Mo establishes Genesis Capital, an investment firm that operates from the shadows. Using his future knowledge, he doesn't just guess which companies will succeed, he knows. He aggressively buys out the early tech startups, the manufacturing hubs, and the logistics companies that he knows will become global monopolies by 2000. But the established elite of the capital, the old money families, don't like this newcomer invading their territory. A coalition of three massive trading families decides to crush Genesis Capital. Their strategy: they completely hoard and monopolize the supply of industrial microcomponents and imported steel, refusing to sell to any factory owned by Chen Mo, aiming to bankrupt his manufacturing lines. The patriarch of the coalition, Chairman Zhao, a distant relative of the old village chief, hosts a lavish banquet to celebrate Chen Mo's impending bankruptcy. This Chen Mo thinks he can just buy his way into our tier, Chairman Zhao laughs, swirling expensive wine in his glass. His factories are stalled. He has no raw materials. By next week, he will be begging on his knees to sell me his assets for pennies. Suddenly, the heavy oak doors of the banquet hall are kicked open. Chen Mo walks in, wearing a perfectly tailored bespoke suit, radiating a terrifying, suffocating aura. Behind him are three assistants carrying heavy briefcases. Begging, Chen Mo smirks, walking right up to Chairman Zhao's table. "I think you misunderstand the current market dynamic, Chairman." Chairman Zhao scoffs. "Bold words for a man whose supply chains are completely choked. You can't produce a single product without my steel and components." Chen Mo laughs, a dark, chilling sound. Earlier that morning, Chen Mo had managed to import a single, massive shipping crate of raw steel and microcomponents. It wasn't enough to run a factory for a day, but he didn't need it to. He had triggered the 100x quantity system. One shipping crate became 100 shipping crates. 10 tons of steel became 1,000 tons. Chen Mo didn't just meet his supply quota. He generated so much raw material that he completely flooded the market. Chen Mo snaps his fingers. His assistants open the briefcases and dump thousands of supply contracts onto Chairman Zhao's table. "While you were drinking wine," Chen Mo says coldly, "I dumped 10,000 tons of steel and components onto the open market at half your price. Your monopoly is broken. Your hoarded inventory is now completely worthless. In fact, your company's stock just plummeted by 80% in the last hour. You aren't bankrupting me, Zhao. I just bought out your entire coalition for literal pennies." Chairman Zhao stares at the contracts, his face turning ashen pale. He grabs his chest, gasping for air as he realizes his family's century-old legacy was just eradicated by Chen Mo in a single morning. The entire banquet hall falls into a deathly, terrified silence. The old money families realize they aren't dealing with a businessman. They are dealing with a financial god. Time skips forward to the year 2000. The world has entered the modern era. High-rises dominate the skyline, the internet is booming, and at the absolute pinnacle of it all sits the Genesis Corporation. Chen Mo stands on the balcony of his penthouse office, looking out over the sprawling, glowing city of Beijing. He is in his late 40s now, but thanks to the lingering effects of the 100x quality food and medicines he consumed over the years, he looks like he's in his prime. He is the undisputed shadow emperor of the Asian economy. The glass door behind him slides open. Su Qing walks out. She is dressed in stunning, elegant designer fashion, her beauty timeless and radiant. She wraps her arms around his waist, resting her chin on his shoulder. Nguyen just called," Su Qing says softly, a bright smile on her face. "She got accepted into Harvard for her master's degree. She said to tell her amazing father thank you." Chen Mo's heart swells with an emotion so powerful it brings tears to his eyes. He closes his eyes, remembering the cold, sterile hospital room in 2026 from his past life. He remembers the hollow, agonizing emptiness of dying alone with $10 billion. Haunted by the memory of his starving wife and daughter in that freezing 1976 shack. He opens his eyes, looking at the warm, glowing city lights, and then at the beautiful, healthy woman holding him. He didn't just survive, he conquered the era, he broke the system. But most importantly, he fixed his greatest regret. He gave them the world. Chen Mo turns around, pulling Su Qing into a deep, passionate kiss as the camera slowly pans out over the magnificent skyline of the empire he built from a single wild pheasant. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you write a masterpiece. From a freezing shack in 1976 to to the absolute pinnacle of the modern world. Chen Mo used his 100x cheat code not just to get rich, but to rewrite his tragic destiny and save the ones he loved. The satisfaction, the face-slapping, the empire-building, it doesn't get any better than this. Thank you so much for joining us on this epic, movie-length journey. If you watched all the way to the end, you are an absolute legend. Let me know in the comments what your favorite moment was. Was it the black market hustle, the obsidian fortress, or the antique appraisal? Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to Fate Library, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next massive Manhwa recap. Until next time, keep reading and stay awesome.